Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Matt. Started this YouTube channel and figured this could be a good first video. But right now, during my day, I'm heading home from training for my operating engineer's apprenticeship. Today, though, I just want to go over something I was going to do. The wife and I are planning on selling some of our corn stalks we have from the sweet corn. We have some candy corn, sweet corn, corn stalks, and it's just that time of the year where everybody wants to start decorating with them, and they are drying out right now. So we bundled them up after cutting them down, figured might as well use them instead of letting them go to waste. And tonight I'm going to build a little stand for them out of pallets, so I'm going to take you along doing that, and we'll see if we can sell any. So I figured I'd give you all an introduction to who I am and what I do. My name is Matthew Cattamore. I'm almost 24 years old. I've been married for 2 years to a girl named Megan, and we have a daughter named Frankie, and she's now 8 months old. So pretty much we live on a roughly 400 acre dairy farm that is owned by my father-in-law. I've lived on that for the past couple years, since before Megan and I were married. So we live in western Pennsylvania, and right now it's a really nice time of the year. It's getting to be fall. The leaves are going to start turning in about a month. Today it's a little bit rainy, but the past couple weeks have been really nice. We have had a little bit of rain, but I've been outside a lot of the time, and I've been doing some outside projects. So I do like to get outside and do a lot of things outside. I enjoy splitting firewood. I enjoy running chainsaws and working on chainsaws. I like small engines and just genuinely anything outside, really. So I just figured I'd take you guys along for that little portion of it. Bring you guys along and show you what I do in my day-to-day life and what me and my wife do. So I hope you guys enjoy. So I just got home, and a friend of mine called me and said that he got some pallets from work. So we are going to go over and grab some of those. I do have some here already, but it's not going to be enough for what I want to do. So yeah, this is the old homestead back here, the old milking parlor, and this is a couple of our machine sheds, or my father-in-law's machine sheds, and there's a couple Holsteins. So he is a dairy farmer. He's been doing it. This is probably, I think he's a second or third generation. I'm not too sure. He works really hard. He works all year round. He works every day of the week. He doesn't take vacations, and a lot of people, get that luxury, and he doesn't. And it's neat to see that, there's people out there that, they keep America running, they keep the world running. And I think that, obviously his business is very essential, and it's, I think it's something that more people should learn about. So that's another reason why I started this channel, or why I'm starting this channel, is because I want the youth, and I want, other people that don't know about it and that are curious about, this whole entire aspect of the world and where their food comes from, and this is one of the places. All right, I picked up some more pallets. We are going to be set to go. I'm still just figuring out how I'm going to build this thing, but apparently my wife has an idea how she wants it done, so I'm going to listen to her. No, not this one. There's no gaps, and I think we could use it for the bottom. Is that wide enough? block under it? I mean, the corn stalks are going to lean. it's that far from the road.
Wait, do you want to go farther?
Oh, it doesn't matter to me. I was just asking, like.
Let's move it down a little bit.
Yeah. So this was really simple. It's just literally 4 pallets. We decided not to go overcomplicate it, so that's what we decided to do, and I think it'll work. So now comes the hard task of putting the corn stalks in it. My wife and I bundled these up in groups of 5. She just took some baler twine and tied 5 together, which was super easy. I think she's gonna sell them 5 for $5. Hopefully we sell a few. So this is what it looks like, all full. I'd say we probably have 30 some bundles in there of 5. My wife's gonna paint a sign for the front, and then we're gonna put a little lock box on the side so that people can just leave their money in there, because it's gonna be like an honor system thing. And then we're gonna write our Venmo on there too, because we're millennials. Hopefully from this angle of the house, we'll be able to see it with our Ring camera, so we can see if somebody steals them or not, or however many people take, or whatever. So, alrighty, well, that's that. Figured I should mention my father-in-law does a lot of corn silage. So this is all his corn up here, and he has some other stuff. He does some shell corn. He has a combine, an old 4400 series John Deere, but for the most part, he just does silage for everything, because that's what he feeds the cows for mostly all the year. So this is my firewood operation up here. I started this really not that long ago. I started doing firewood like last year. I've done it since I was a kid, but I wanted to do it on my own. I finally bought my first log splitter last week, just an old homemade one. I'll show that to you guys later on, but I plan to come up here tonight and split some firewood. But pretty much we have a couple neighbors that have a bunch of wood where I got some from, and then there's a tree service company actually right over the hill here, and they drop off everything that they cut down. I shouldn't say everything, but a lot of the stuff that they cut down, they drop it off so that I can use it. So that's a huge help. If you're ever doing firewood and you know of somebody who has a log, or no, but a tree service company, my best advice to you is get on the good side, become friends with them, and you could have endless amounts of lumber. I mean, I literally have probably 5 dump truck loads here, and he's brought me everything he can. So, well, I mean, a lot of it. He has some for himself too, but he's brought me a decent bit, enough to last me for at least 10 to 20 pickup truckloads full of firewood. So, I just say keep on bringing it, and I'll keep splitting it. Up here, the view is beautiful. I'll show you guys up here too, but I just figured I'd show you this. Take a ride up. This is obviously the hills of Pennsylvania, but I mean, it's gorgeous out here. But it makes for beautiful sunsets right here, and just a beautiful view all around. So I sometimes come up here in the evenings and just hang out, because it's just so nice. So it's about 7:15. Decided to come up to the firewood pile, start cutting some firewood and maybe splitting tonight. So I still have to stack all this stuff onto pallets, and that stuff back there. So I'm just getting into some of the red oak here. So normally I carry a steel 2-in-1 sharpener with me, and tonight I didn't think I was going to need it, but of course the night you think you don't need it is the time that it goes dull. So normally I don't hit the ground. The last time I followed that chain, I followed it way too aggressive, so it's been just eating into the wood really, really hard, and it's been real shaky. So it's probably best that I dulled it, because I want to resharpen it anyways. I run 32-inch bars and 28-inch bars. The reason I do that is a little bit safer, and I don't have to bend over in order to cut a piece of wood. I buy the steel Roll-O-Matic ES lightweights. They weigh less than, or at least the same as, a 25-inch regular super bar, or whatever their heavier bar is for steel. That's one of my big things too. I genuinely enjoy chainsaws. That was a hobby I got into recently. I have a couple, which I'll probably bring them out in later videos and whatnot. I just got done rebuilding a pair of 372s, one for my buddy and one for me. They are almost finished up, which I've been working on for almost a year now, but it's just something fun I like to do. So my plan now is just to take the logs I have here, which I have some here, I have some there. I'm gonna get them split, and then if I have a little bit more daylight, I'm probably gonna end up stacking all that I have under these tarps, which that needs to be done. Like I said, I had the pallets from the project today, and I have a bunch of pallets there that I'm gonna use. I have some plastic pallets. The nice thing is, where this hillside is, the wind blows across, well, kind of at a diagonal angle. So it makes it really nice because it's real open, obviously, and I can get enough wind in here that it'll dry the wood out really quickly. Some of this stuff, well, a lot of this stuff, like this stuff here, has been sitting for a couple years. This stuff is newer and fresher, so it's going to take a little bit longer to season it. Seasoned firewood is just firewood that has been sitting for a long enough period of time that the moisture level goes, I think, below 14% or right around 14%, which is burnable firewood. Normally when you cut into a piece of wood like this, it'll be like 25% moisture, which is way too much. You could probably burn it, but it would have to be a roaring hot fire, and it would it would steam pretty bad. So yeah, that's my plan. I'm gonna split that stuff, which a log splitter I just got last week off of a lady in West Virginia, and she was super sweet, and she had said that at one point she had done 65 truckloads of firewood in one winter, which would be over 30 cords of firewood, and which is a lot. And she's used this for years. It has an old Tecumseh motor on it, which has been pretty strong so far. I had to re-weld the motor mounts, put new bolts in. I think, what else did I have to do? I think that's pretty much it. It's been running so far, running really well. And then I just drilled out a hole up here to put a new hitch pin in, and I can pull it pretty much anywhere. So it's been super nice, and it's super fast. Like, for the log splitter that it is, it's really fast, and that's what I really like about it. I think what I'm gonna do though is turn on my back lights so I have a little bit more light. I installed 2 LEDs on the back here. These pod lights are super nice. They have helped me tremendously doing work outside at night. And then in the front, I have my light bar, which I need to adjust it. Normally, whenever I'm doing any kind of work anyways, I'm just using the pod lights. I would consider putting 2 more pod lights on here before putting a bigger light bar on the front. That was 13 minutes worth of work right there, and that's about, I want to say, a third of a pickup truck load. Maybe a quarter. I'm gonna have to sharpen my chainsaw tomorrow night, and then hopefully get back at this either tomorrow or the next day. I still have to stack a lot of stuff. I'm just not gonna worry about it tonight because it's already 8 o'clock. So I think I'm ready to go home, get a cup of coffee, and sit in my chair and wind down for the night. So, till tomorrow, guys. Have a good night.